Hello all you shining stars and welcome to my channel Shining Star Soup. In today's video it's going to be another Shining Stars life-changing journey video 4. Yes, we're on video 4. And this is going to be another temptations and triggers video. And the reason why I decided to make this video was because as I was looking through my email, I noticed an advertisement from ColourPop. And that advertisement from ColourPop was promoting their new Frozen 2 collab with Disney, I guess. And I started thinking, and I ended up making some notes as to two things that I have done in the month of November that really hurt the finances, and a few things that I was very tempted to do in the month of November. So this is pretty recent for me. I don't know when I'll be uploading this video, or rather publishing this video, but this is worth its own video. All right, so as I mentioned hopefully I mentioned in my previous Temptations and Triggers video, is that this is part of the journey. This is part of the life-changing journey, as far as controlling the debt, getting down the debt, needing the wake-up call, and needing to kind of, I guess this is my way of working through things and realizing what the problem is, and realizing that I get tempted, and also sort of, I guess, giving myself a pat on the back for the things that I managed to not get tempted to buy. Now, as far as, I do have two things that I'm starting this video and I wanted to mention, and I guess it's kind of confessions in a way. And this was a decision that I made before I started taking the steps to change my life. Sephora. I never used to be big into Sephora. Last year I hadn't even gone to Sephora. I only started going into Sephora when I started getting into YouTube, beauty gurus. I fell into the beauty guru lifestyle, I guess, even though me myself, I'm not a beauty guru. I've dabbed in makeup. I've learned a lot of things since I started focusing more from the month of March. Since I started getting the subscription boxes, I really wanted VIB status. I'm not quite sure why that became important to me. I guess it was because, you saved 15% on sales. They advertised that you would get more points if you reach the higher level, more access to sales. I found it, I don't know, it was like I wanted to reach it. I wanted to reach VIP status. And since March, I've been diving into, buying things here and there. I haven't gone too overboard when it comes to Sephora, just because it's like a justifying the price in my head sort of thing. And if you've heard that in the background, that's one of the cats coughing up a hairball. I really hope you didn't hear that, but I certainly did. I'll clean that up later. Getting back to the Sephora. So I reached, it was the beginning of this month, November, that I got the little alert, the little face, the little girl that said I was only $188 away from VIB, or $180 away from VIB status. And I thought, what the hell? I have some things that I want. I'm going to spend that $188 and I'm going to be a VIP and it's going to be a VIB and it's going to be awesome. So I did that. I spent $188. I think I got a Huda Beauty eyeshadow. I got Biotherma cleansing balm, a Huda Beauty sponge, a couple other things I don't quite remember. But either way, I made it. I got like 4 items and got some samples, got my congratulations, you reach BIB, now cash in your bonus of free shipping under $35 or an extra 500 points. Kind of wish I would have picked the free shipping, but I ended up getting the extra points, and which was rather silly of me because half the points and the rewards bazaar or whatever they call it ends up being sold out anyway before you can even use your points. So it's like, okay, whatever. I should have went for the shipping. But either way, I am now a VIB member till till next November 2020. And in order to get VIB status, if you don't already know, you have to spend $350 within the year. So I managed to spend $350 on makeup in a year, which is actually surprisingly not that high, I guess, in consideration as to how people can be Rouge members after spending $1,000 in a year on makeup from Sephora, which isn't that hard considering how expensive everything is. Yeah, so that was my trigger. I'll call that a trigger because I actually did it. I actually did that. The other trigger for me was David's tea. Now, my coworker at my current job where I'm currently I do reception. She's big on David's tea, and she introduced me to iced tea press, and I decided I went to David's tea in the West Edmonton Mall, and I decided to get some iced tea, and I really liked it. So then I bought some. I bought myself an iced tea press and a couple things of tea, and that ended up costing me $90. I spent $90 on tea. And then I decided, I got an email about a sale. So I decided to spend, oh no. I ended up spending more on tea on Amazon. So I bought some tea from Amazon. Because I only bought like 100 grams worth of tea, so I decided I needed more. And then the purchase that, and then I made more spending tea, and then I decided to spend more tea, and then there was this sale where they gave me an extra. So I spent enough in tea at David's Tea to get to become a frequent steeper, where I got 50 grams of tea for free. Jose says hi. So but in order to do that, you could go online or you could go into Edmonton and pick out tea, but I wasn't planning on going into Edmonton anytime soon, and that 50 grams of tea for free has to be used within the month. There's the catch. So of course, the day that I decided to buy tea was also the day that they have free shipping under $35. They usually have free shipping under $50, not $35. So of course that was a trigger for me, and I ended up getting more David's tea. So now in my cupboards, I have like 800 grams of tea. Like I have 9 bags, and I really only enjoy 2 of them out of the 9. Yeah, so that's my problem. Big problem. And I'm noticing that now. Now jumping on to things that I almost bought. And getting to ColourPop. ColourPop, that email was like temptation to get that eyeshadow palette from the Frozen eyeshadow palette. But I've wanted to buy Sophia Nygaard's collection on ColourPop with her lipsticks. And the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star, as well as the Blue Bud palette from Jeffree Star. I found a website from Canada, they're in Quebec, that offers, it's cheaper because they're selling it in Canadian dollars rather than buying off a Beautylish in the States where you end up paying more because of the conversion and the extra shipping, etc. So I almost bought the Jawbreaker palette, almost bought the Blue Bud palette. Again, it was the same kind of thing where with the Karma box where I had the PayPal, already linked. I had it ready to come out of the credit card. All I had to do was press one little button. I managed not to press that little button. So, there is that. Another thing from Sephora, the VIB sale. I was waiting for the VIB sale because I really wanted the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. And I really wanted the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. And I thought in my head, well, let's see what's a dupe. What's a dupe for Blue Bud? I didn't end up getting the Mercury Retrograde, and I guess from some reviews of some YouTubers, it's probably a good thing because it's not really all it's hyped up to be. As I think with most makeup products, that's what it boils down to. Like, there are dupes for everything, and there are decent dupes for everything. But then you find out those dupes might be like full of arsenic and chemicals and all that other stuff. And then on one hand, I have to take a step back and be like, well, where is the source from? Like, the expensive... I'm not even going to get into that. I'm just going to lock that away and just that thought. The ColourPop Blue Guy, and I did the same with Blue Grade ColourPop that I did with the Jawbreaker and the Blue Bud palette and the Karma box, where I had 5 palettes, mini palettes that I really wanted from ColourPop, all lined up, ready to go, ready to hit the buy button. Had my PayPal in there, and that, after conversion and everything, I had about $90 worth of palettes that I was just ready to throw on my credit card. And then last but not least was last week's Shoppers Drug Mart deal, where you if you spend over $50 in makeup, you would get $20 worth of Shoppers points. If you're not from Canada, Shoppers Drug Mart does like points program, like air miles and stuff like that, but it's called Optimum Points. And the again, I had Urban Decay's Naked Cherry palette sitting, just ready to hit the buy, but I didn't. So all in all, by not impulse buying the things that I've really been wanting to buy, I've easily saved myself like $600 easily, and I'm totally just guesstimating. But I mean, with my last Temptations video, I would have spent $450 like that. Probably would have spent $600 like that. Just like that. So yeah, the trigger that is Huda Beauty, Sephora, Jeffree Star, and ColourPop. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you see sales. I tell you, sales are definitely a trigger. Sales, free shipping, and that little trick that spend this amount to get free shipping. If you don't spend that amount, we're going to charge you $10 for free shipping. Where if you spend $40, you're going to be looking for something worth $10 so that you can get free shipping. They're very smart, them market people. That's what they're paid for. So yeah, that rounds out my video 4, my temptations and triggers, and a little bit of my confessions thrown in there when it comes to Sephora and David's Tea. And hopefully in my next video, in video 5, I'm hoping it is an accomplishment video. Keeping my fingers crossed. Accomplishment video coming soon. Alright, all you shining stars, have a shining star day. Thank you so much for taking this life-changing journey with me, and keep being shining stars. Bye!